Hello everyone, we're here at the K&T, a couple of gears. As you can see in the title of the video, this is going to be the first part of my video series recreating a drive gear from a Kiernan Trekker standard high-speed universal head. The reason that I want to make them is as I was doing research on these heads and on various Kiernan Trekker attachments, I found out that a lot of the times this gear is missing. This gear goes into the spindle and it drives whatever attachment you have. Now there are different gears for different attachments, but a lot of them are missing. Now mine obviously isn't, so why the heck do I want to make them? Well, firstly, the challenge of making a helical gear. As you can see, it's not nearly as easy as a straight gear. You have to rotate your part, or the gear, and you have to set your table at an angle. That's a challenge that I like. It's also because I would like to help the other Kiernan Trekker owners. Partially for money, because they go for a lot of money, the gears do, but I'd like to sell them at a much lower price. I just want to help people. I think it'd be a good challenge. What I need to make these gears is a dividing head to take a circle and divide it into an even, or not an even, but a whole number, sorry, which I have coming, and a lead attachment, which will pair the dividing head up to the gear. Or no, to the lead screw, I'm sorry. Gear is on the dividing head attached to the lead screw, so that it will turn, let's see here, turn as the table moves, which will create that helical appearance. I still have to do more research on what cutter I need and what lead angle I need, and I'd also like to find out for all of the other attachments. I kind of threw around the idea of making these gears a while ago, and people seemed very interested. People really liked the idea of someone making these gears, selling them, because they're very hard to find and there's a high demand for them. I have a dividing head coming in the next week or so, and this is just kind of explaining what this whole series will be about, so you can stick around if you'd like to see if I actually pull it off, or say, nah, I'm not going to watch that. This kid's going to fail. It'd be an interesting challenge. The way that they made these gears, this gear in particular, the other ones are simple. They're a taper, 50 taper, and some of them will be 40 taper. And it's made in 3 pieces with this specific gear. There's this, sort of a thrust plate, I imagine because a helical gear adds axial thrust in one direction depending on which direction it is spinning, and this provides a very large amount of surface area for it to register against and not destroy anything. They have this, and they have this outer ring, and I believe that these two come apart. And then there's a taper that registers with this hole and normally bolts together. So that's how this one is made. I might forge the gears, because I don't have steel this size. I'm imagining online I can find steel that's, say, 5 inches in diameter, that's, in this case, 1.5 inches thick, relatively easily, but for strength I may forge them. That process might add stresses into the steel that I don't really want. So I'm going to be making a lead attachment because I don't want to buy one. I can't personally justify the cost of a lead attachment and a dividing head. The dividing head is costing me $450 total, which really isn't that bad for the Kearney and Trekker dividing heads. However, the lead attachment, they tend to go for significantly more, and I don't have a lot of money. I'm going to make one as opposed to buying one because I can justify the price of a dividing head. I can use it for job shop work, for making regular straight cut spur gears, and making bolt hole circles. I can make money with a dividing head. But how often am I going to need to make a helical gear? I can't. I'd love to. I'd love to buy a lead attachment. If you have one, now I can't even justify the price to ship it whenever all it is a set of gears that and a banjo that attaches to the dividing head. It's a very simple device, however they're rare and they're highly sought after so that people can complete this set of their mill. Even if they're not going to use it very often, people still would like to buy them. People with more money than I do. I'm not complaining about that. That's just life. So these gears, I'm going to do a whole series on making the banjo and probably some of the gears. I believe I'm only going to make the gears for the specific lead that I would like, not the whole set. I may simply buy a lathe a lathe change gear set, sorry. That is DP16 because diametral pitch 16, because that is the pitch, the gears that Kearney and Trekker used. It'll be very interesting and very fun. I'm going to make them for the standard high-speed attachment, make one for the standard high-speed attachment, and any others. If you would like one of these gears, let me know so that then I can kind of figure out which gears I should make. I think the price is going to be about $75. That's probably what it's going to cost me. It might go down to $50. But the materials that's really going to bite me. So I'm most likely going to make them out of pre-hardened 4140. I'm not going to grind them. I would recommend, well, I don't know what I'd recommend yet. I haven't even made the dang things. So we'll have to see. It's going to be a very long video series. It's going to take me a lot of time. I have other videos that I would like to make, other things that will make me money. And being a very small machine shop, very novice person, I'd say that jobs that get me money to buy tooling and cutters, those kind of take precedent. Those take the center stage. That's a high helix angle. But anyways, that's the end of the video. If you would like to see if I actually get this done in a timely manner without too many hiccups, stick around, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.